Hey Glamfam, Linwood here, and today we're going to be talking about the infamous incident on TikTok with a young lady who ran out of her hairspray and decided to use Gorilla Glue adhesive in the place of hairspray. Let's dive in. Now, for those who do not know, I am also on TikTok at @GetGlamFam, and I post there daily, sometimes up to 10 times a day, answering people's questions in as close to real time as you're probably going to get from me. I've had people tagging me like crazy lately in this video where this young woman ran out of her hairspray and decided to use Gorilla Glue spray adhesive in its place. So for those who have not seen the video, I'm going to go ahead and have you watch it now for context, and then we'll dive in and talk a bit more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and have it play now.
Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know me know my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little Got to Be Glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be Glue spray, so I used this Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Yo, look.
So you guys can kind of see there, initially upon me seeing it, I was thinking like, you know what, this probably is a joke. It's, people do all sorts of stuff for the internet and trying to get some sort of following, fame, things like that. But then she posted a secondary video showing her placing product on her hair as though she was shampooing it and how it still didn't budge. I'm going to play that for you now so you can see it as well.
Yeah.
So at this time, it was evident to me that she probably is not making this up and that this is something that really needs to be taken rather serious. Anyone who follows me on any platform, I'm petty. However, space, the professional in me in this instance will not allow me to even see humor in this just because of the sheer amount of damage that could be done to her skin, her hair, or her health in general. So a lot of people have asked me about what could potentially be done in order to get that out of her hair and salvage whatever hair she has left. So I want to kind of dive into that just due to some of y'all's curiosity and people even posting here on YouTube like, I need to see this talked about. So here I am. The first thing to take note of is that, for one thing, this is not a product that's made for the skin or for the hair. I've honestly tried to figure out like what the mode of thinking was here, and the only thing I can think of is that it got to be glued. People use it like an adhesive for their lace frontals, so maybe when she saw Gorilla Glue adhesive, it did not like ring a bell to her that this is not something that should go on the skin. I'm hoping that this was something that was already in the house and that she did not go to a store and purchase this. Especially since she was saying that she was out of Got to Be Glued. So to me, I feel like that distinction of, okay, well, why would you do that if it's all the way on the other side of the store? Just trying to reason as much as possible. At the same time, there is a product called Gorilla Snot that is a hair gel. So the only thing I can think of is maybe she thought Gorilla Snot came out with a spray and called it Gorilla Glue in competition with Got to Be Glued. That's the only way I can apply logic. I'm not here to speak for her intentions there. I honestly hope that that's more of it and that she didn't see what it was and instantly think this is a good idea. Now, she did acknowledge in the video that it was a bad idea, and it was. There are a couple different reasons for why this is a bad idea. For one, chemicals like that really are not safe for the skin. For another thing, as you can see in the video, she states that she's had this style in for about a month. That's a long time, especially considering if you cannot get water to penetrate through this hair to even get the scalp clean, things like that, you could be causing major issues with the follicles and creating an environment that could be really unsafe for the hair and can trap in a lot of moisture, which could lead to fungal growth and things like that. So that's the aspect I'm looking at it from. So my concern here is more for sanitation than it is for preserving her hair or the length of her hair at this time, because if you damage the scalp or if you have something growing up underneath this hair due to moisture from sweat and things like that being trapped underneath, that's a whole different ball game and a whole different area of struggle, and it's not at all breathable. So acetone can be used as a solvent to break this glue down. If she were to do that, I would highly recommend having the help of a professional or having the help of someone so she can lean back and not have to worry about getting that acetone in her eyes from it running down her face, things like that. It's likely going to dry out the skin or irritate the skin to some degree because it is a rather alkaline solvent that people use to break down things like acrylic nails and things like that, and it has been shown to break down this adhesive before. She could use alcohol, but honestly I don't know how well that would do considering the fact that she clearly sprayed and a liberal amount on her hair, to say the least, because that hair is not budging. So that's that aspect of it. From there, they also make this stuff called Goof Off, or she could use Goo Gone on that hair, not on her skin, because it's really not safe for it, and it is highly flammable, as is acetone, and be able to use those to try to break down these solvents. Now, when I say she could use that, I do not mean on top of the acetone. I mean, like, the acetone is going to have to be rinsed, and then from there you can try something else if the acetone does not work. But the acetone hopefully should be enough to at least break that down to where you can start to kind of separate and get down to that scalp to be able to give a proper cleanse and remove what you can from there. Now, after all of this, it's really important that she goes and sees a dermatologist, just because of the sheer damage that could be done to the follicles or to her scalp as a whole, and she needs to have that checked to ensure that there's not going to be any major issues there. This is really important and really crucial, and I want to make sure that I am not in any way trying to make a mockery of this, because I can only imagine the degree of terror that she's going through and the fact that she's likely already regretting her decision. I just don't feel like that's a very empathetic or caring way to deal with her, despite the fact that I agree that it was not a good decision. I'm not here to try to rub anything in her face or to make her the butt of my jokes. I just feel like in a lot of other instances I probably would, but because of my concern for her own physical safety, I just feel like that would not be in any way appropriate, and that's why I'm looking at it from this measure and from this manner. I just feel like it's more important to ensure that she is safe and that her health is good standing, and then we can laugh about it when it's all done, but during, like, she's still in the process of going through this, you guys. You can tell in the second video that this is something that she is not just okay with. Like, at first, the first video, it seems like she's trying to make light of it, but then when you see her in the second one really trying to rub this product on there and it's not budging, and you see those facial expressions and you see her seeming like that overwhelm is coming through, that to me is a glimpse of what her month has potentially been like. And I can only imagine the degree of fear and trauma that she's likely had. The portion of concern for me, though, is that she's taking the advice of people that are not in any way professional, don't understand solvents, things like that. And so she's trying to take the advice of people that are telling her to soak her hair in oils and things like that. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, it might be a more natural route, but this is not a natural product that you put on there. So using something natural is likely not going to break that down in the same manner that you would hope that it would, especially if you have a large degree of product in there. It's better for you to go ahead and follow advice there. Now, I did check with a dermatologist first to ensure that the acetone would be safe for the skin, and they assured me that it is safe for the skin, although it can cause irritation, especially in more sensitive skin. But she does have acrylics, so I'm certain she's used to having some degree of acetone on the skin, because you got to soak those babies off. So that's where I stand with all of that. Even if she feels like it's fine, I need her to understand that the fact that the scalp has been covered for so long, and the fact that some of this could have easily blocked off follicles and things like that, she needs to ensure that she is seeking medical attention, because now you've sealed off sweat glands, you've sealed off oil glands, you've sealed off hair follicles potentially, and all of that could be rather dangerous and could cause issues with infection and things like that in the skin of the scalp, and the last thing you want to see is something that major. I'm hoping that for her sake that all of this comes out for the good, and I honestly hope that this is a lesson learned not just for her, but for all those who have viewed that reading truly is fundamental and it's super crucial. Always make sure you know what you're putting in your hair and why you're putting in there, and this is the number one reason why I am not a supporter of things like these Vagisil creams or Monistat creams, things like that going in the hair, because that's not what it's intended for, and you never know the negative causes and the negative impacts that using something like that on your body can have, especially if you're doing it for a prolonged period of time, as is the case in this instance. So of course, for more hair tips, more hair advice, tutorials, and videos like these, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. If you are subscribed to this channel already, hey fam, you know I love you, boo. Until next time, take care, God bless, and stay glam. And if you would like to see more regular posting from me on a daily basis, feel free to check me out on TikTok. Until next time, you guys, take care, God bless, and stay glam. And you know I love you, boo. Bye. So literally, as I'm in the process of editing this video, she posted an update of the process that she's going through of trying to remove it. She's been to the hospital. Just keep her in your prayers. I can only imagine the degree of terror and turmoil that she's presently in. Please just keep her in your prayers, you guys.